Some houses hold secrets darker than any nightmare. We think of our homes as sanctuaries, but what if that sanctuary turns against you? Tonight, we dive into 3 true stories where families faced unimaginable horrors within their own walls. These are documented accounts of psychological torment, paranormal encounters, and chilling mysteries that remain unsolved. Are you ready? Turn down the lights and let's begin. Our first story takes us to Westfield, New Jersey, a seemingly idyllic town with tree-lined streets and a sense of community. But beneath the surface of this suburban paradise lies a chilling tale of obsession and fear. It all began when Derek and Maria Broaddus, full of hope and excitement, bought their dream home at 657 Boulevard in 2014. They envisioned raising their family in this beautiful house, creating memories that would last a lifetime. The house was everything they had ever wanted: spacious, charming, and located in a desirable neighborhood. Before they could even move in and begin to unpack their lives, Derek made a routine check of the mailbox and found a letter. It was a plain, unassuming envelope, no return address, offering no clue as to its sender. Inside, a handwritten letter contained just a chilling welcome from someone ominously calling themselves the Watcher. The letter chillingly claimed their family had watched the house for generations, suggesting a deep-rooted and unsettling connection to the property. What made the letter truly disturbing was that it included unsettling details about the Broaddus family and their children, details that only someone closely observing them could know. It felt like a violation, a breach of their privacy and security. More letters followed in quick succession, each one ratcheting up the fear and paranoia. Each letter was more invasive than the last, delving deeper into their personal lives. The Watcher began referring to their kids as young blood, a phrase that sent shivers down their spines and ignited their worst fears. The letters were filled with veiled threats and hinting at sinister intentions, creating an atmosphere of constant dread. The Watcher seemed to know everything. Their names, their routines, every aspect of their daily lives was being meticulously observed and documented. The Watcher even knew the names of the contractors working on the house, demonstrating an unnerving level of awareness. Fear gripped the family, turning their dream into a living nightmare. Desperate for help, they contacted police, hoping to put an end to the torment. But despite the police investigation, the letters kept coming, taunting them with every new message. The Broadduses, unable to bear the constant fear and uncertainty, never moved in. The house, once a symbol of hope and happiness, became a prison of anxiety and suspicion, a constant reminder of the unseen threat that loomed over them. Despite thorough investigations by law enforcement, the Watcher was never identified, remaining a phantom tormentor. DNA tests were conducted on the letters, interviews were carried out with neighbors and potential suspects, and endless theories were explored, but all led nowhere, leaving the mystery unsolved. The family, desperate to escape the nightmare, sold the house at a significant loss in 2019, eager to put the ordeal behind them. But they were still haunted by the mystery, forever scarred by the experience. The Watcher's identity remains unknown to this day, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the most unexpected places. It's a reminder that sometimes the scariest threats are the ones you never see, the ones that operate in the shadows, preying on your fears and insecurities. The Broaddus family's dream home became a nightmare, a cautionary tale of how quickly paradise can turn into hell, and the legend of the Watcher endures, a chilling reminder of the unsolved mystery that continues to haunt Westfield, New Jersey. Would you dare move in after that, knowing that someone, somewhere, might be watching your every move? Some houses remember the past, holding on to secrets and stories that refuse to be forgotten, and some never let you forget the darkness that once resided within their walls. Our journey into the spectral realm continues, and next, we travel to Monticello, Arkansas, a town steeped in history and southern charm. But beneath its tranquil facade lies a tale of love, loss, and lingering spirits. Here, amidst the rolling hills, stands the historic Allen House, a majestic Victorian mansion that whispers stories of a bygone era. Its walls hold secrets, and its rooms echo with the echoes of the past. In 2007, Mark and Rebecca Spencer, a couple with a passion for history and a touch of adventurous spirit, bought the mansion, embarking on a journey they could never have fully anticipated. They were aware of its haunted reputation, a local legend whispered among the townsfolk, but they remained skeptical, attributing the tales to folklore and overactive imaginations. Little did they know, the house had a story to tell, and it was determined to prove them wrong, revealing its secrets one chilling experience at a time. The tragedy that fuels the haunting began in 1948, a year etched in the house's history with sorrow and despair. It was then that Liddell Allen, a woman described as beautiful and vibrant, found herself heartbroken and desperate, facing a personal crisis that seemed insurmountable. Overwhelmed by grief, she tragically took her own life in the master bedroom, a space that would forever be marked by her sorrowful departure. Soon after moving in, as the Spencers began to settle into their new home, they experienced a series of unsettling events. They witnessed objects moving seemingly on their own, defying gravity and logic. Doors slammed shut with violent force, echoing through the empty halls, creating an atmosphere of unease. And they were constantly plagued by the chilling sensation of being watched, as if unseen eyes were following their every move. Rebecca, in particular, had several encounters with the apparition of a sorrowful woman, Liddell, her presence palpable and undeniably real. Her face would sometimes subtly appear in mirrors, a fleeting glimpse of a tormented soul trapped between worlds. And her spectral figure could be seen lurking behind windows, gazing out with an eternal sadness. Driven by a desire to understand the phenomena, the Spencers began to meticulously document the paranormal activity. They were capturing disembodied voices, whispers from beyond the veil, using sensitive recording equipment, and they even managed to capture a ghostly face in a photograph reflected in a mirror, an image that would later become famous, solidifying the Allen house's reputation as one of the most haunted locations in Arkansas. But instead of fleeing in terror, as many would have done, the Spencers made a remarkable decision. They decided to open the house for tours, inviting the public to experience the paranormal phenomena firsthand. They shared Liddell's tragic story, giving her a voice and ensuring that her memory would live on. In doing so, they transformed terror into fascination, turning the Allen house into a destination for paranormal enthusiasts and history buffs alike. Today, the Allen house stands as a monument to the enduring power of stories, a testament to tragedy and love, loss and remembrance, forever intertwined within its walls. It remains a place where the veil between worlds seems thin, and where the spirits that refuse to leave continue to whisper their tales to those who dare to listen. Our final story takes us to Saskatoon, Canada, a city known for its vast skies and prairie landscapes. But beneath the surface of this seemingly peaceful place, darkness can sometimes lurk. It's here, in a quiet neighborhood, where a young family, full of hope and excitement, moved into a house built on secrets, unaware of the chilling history that permeated its very walls. They were eager to start a new chapter, completely oblivious to the terrifying ordeal that awaited them. Almost immediately after settling in, they experienced violent poltergeist activity, a relentless barrage of unexplained phenomena that turned their dream home into a living nightmare. Lights flickering erratically, casting long dancing shadows that seemed to have a life of their own. Objects flying across rooms with unseen force, shattering the peace and order they desperately craved. And chilling noises echoing through the empty halls, whispers that seemed to slither from the very foundations of the house. But perhaps the most disturbing aspect of this haunting was their young son, who began speaking to an imaginary friend named David, a presence that seemed to exert a growing influence over him. He started describing things no child should know, details that hinted at a dark and troubled past, a past that was somehow connected to their new home. One day, he drew pictures of a man hanging from the ceiling, a crude but chilling depiction of death and despair. And with an unnerving calmness, he pointed to the drawing, saying, "That's David." Driven by a growing sense of dread, the parents began to research the history of their house, and their investigation revealed the house was built over the site of a murder-suicide, a horrific event that had been buried for years. The records showed that a man named David had killed his family and himself there, leaving behind a legacy of pain and suffering. To their horror, the boys' drawings matched the real tragedy with unsettling accuracy, confirming their worst fears. As if summoned by their investigation, the family began to see shadowy figures lurking in the house, fleeting glimpses of a malevolent presence that watched them from the corners of their eyes. The haunting grew more aggressive with each passing day, escalating from subtle disturbances to outright terrifying displays. and it became clear that the entity was targeting their son, drawn to his innocence and vulnerability. Terrified for their child's safety, the family fled in the dead of night, abandoning their possessions and their hopes for a peaceful life. They were leaving behind their dream of a safe home, but they knew that staying any longer would mean risking their son's life. The house remains, standing as a silent witness to a crime that refuses to be forgotten, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can linger in the most unexpected places. Sometimes the past is never truly buried, and the secrets we try to conceal have a way of resurfacing, haunting those who dare to disturb them. The Watcher's letters, Liddell's sorrow, and David's tragedy. These stories prove that true horror can live within our own walls. Our homes absorb every joy and sorrow, sometimes holding on to terror that refuses to leave. For these families, the nightmare became part of the house itself. What secrets might your own home be hiding? Would you dare spend a night in any of these houses? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more chilling tales.